Hello everyone. In this really pleasant night, I will try to present and tell about the information that been linger around us, around our society for quite a long time. And this topic is really have a big impact in our society. And I will say that this topic is also a cancer in our society. So let's just jump and learn this topic. This topic is about fake news. So fake news is a set of information that linger around the society, around our society for quite a long time. And fake news is happen to be a news that have zero factual information and also contain really misleading information and that sometimes bring instability to the situation itself. So a few small story about fake news is let's trace back into few years ago in the COVID-19 era. And a news that linger around that era is that the vaccine to prevent the COVID to infect us, the vaccine itself contains some chip to track us. This is a really interesting news because it is really unlogical, right? That liquid have some chip to track us. But in that era, in that particular era, people believe that the vaccine have a chip to track us, and it is happened that the people doesn't want to get vaccinated because they don't want to be tracked by the government itself. And it is really have a big impact, especially in the spreading of COVID-19 because people don't want to get vaccinated. The virus itself spread really fast in a large amount of area because of the people doesn't want to get vaccinated. So it is a small news, unlogical news especially, but have a big impact in the society. And about that news, it is really hard to clear the news and to clarify that the vaccine doesn't have a chip inside it. And why is that happen? Especially, why is fake news spreading so fast? So fake news spreading so fast because the small awareness of the people in society with lower educational rate or lower educational level, especially like majority in Indonesia, people doesn't have a good awareness to clarify or cross-check the news they read. And it is so easy to spread the fake news in the society that have lower educational rate. And the fake news itself really disturbing the stability of the situation. So because of that, fake news will spread so fast. And other factor that affect the spreading of fake news is confirmation bias. People tend to believe that something that align with their belief is something new. A small example of this confirmation bias is a news that linger around our society about China try to surpass the God by creating the artificial sun. The news itself have a really clickbait title that really challenge the belief of the people, especially here in Indonesia, about China try to surpass God. But the information is not like that. China try to copy the nuclear fission that happened in the sun to make a sustainable power source that have really long last and also good efficiency of energy and fuel. And that's the example of the confirmation bias. And also clickbait title really have a big impact on the fake news itself because it is sometimes really track people and also makes people want to read the fake news itself because they click by title. Like that one I tell about China try to surpass God. It is really a big title, especially in Indonesia itself. So how did we avoid fake news? Fake news can be avoided by individual awareness, by ourselves especially, by cross-checking the information and reading the other source of information, and by reading some journal itself about science, about lifestyle, and we can avoid some fake news. Second, the educational. The government have a really big aspect on this because with higher educational rate and higher educational level, fake news cannot spread really fast in the society that have good educational level. And the last one is the part of technology that really help the clarify about fake news. In this era, artificial intelligence really blooming. Tools like Gemini or Meta or ChatGPT itself can help us differ if it is a fake news or a real news that have factual information. Especially, you can ask ChatGPT to tell if it fake or not because artificial intelligence have a big database that have really tons of information inside it. So use the technology to help you differ if it fake news or not. And let's remember, fake news is like a small fire that you throw into a farmland. It's a small fire, doesn't have really big impact, right? But that small fire happened to burn the whole farm in a night if it doesn't put down. So just remember, a small fake news will have a big impact on the society. Thanks to listening to me. And also let's meet again in a situation that we can talk like this. I do love to talk about something like this, and goodbye.